We're about to lose one. Get the intruder.
Copy. We're almost there.
Security breach.
Attacking the area.
Security breach.
Shit, I've got movement. Where? Everywhere. Contact!
Hey, welcome back, everybody. Hertz here with a little more SvM, a little more Spies versus Mercs content, multiplayer action. This time we're heading back to, well, of course, SvM Blacklist, and we're heading back to the particle accelerator, where we encountered that nasty little hacker, you know, a few episodes ago, when I got up here on the channel. I got it showcased. I got him displayed. Not a hacker. I find it weird trying to calling anybody a hacker in this game that's cheating, because, well, the game is so centered around hacking, you know. So we ran into the cheater here last time we were here, and this time, well, you know what? It's like we got out of the frying pan and into the fire. You know, this round doesn't exactly go as planned, but it was a decent round. It was a fun round. I also have a new loadout that I want to get showcased. Made a few swaps to my disruptor suit loadout, so we'll get that up here. And the action was good, so, you know, sit back and enjoy it, or at least I hope you all will. Anyway, I'm making a beeline for A here, sorry. After kind of a botched attempt trying to get into one of the other two terminals, drew a little attention to myself, and I thought it was just best to leave the area, you know, vacate the premises, and head for some distant location and try and get stuff going over here. Now, this location, and again, Gunnut is in the game, you know, so it's good to see him, as he has been, you know, for the past few sessions that I sat down and played. You know, he was there, present for a lot of the time, so it was good to have him. You'll see more of him here. Now, I settle into this location. This is a really solid location, but what I found, you know, as my game has evolved over time, you can see I'm calling out for a little bit of defense over here. Come on, guys, aggro defense, get back here, get back here. I need a hand. There's, you know, the mercs are piling into this room. But what I found, you know, this initially, when the game first launched, this was a great location, you know. Often you guys would wander right on by you here, or not even think to check it. But now with the game, you know, having been out for several months now, and a lot of spies and mercs, you know, quite familiar with that location. It's a good go-to location where you can kind of post up in a distant corner of the room in the shadows, toss on your, you know, crank on your vision mode, and keep an eye on the mercs as they enter the room and begin their patrol. But you can't just depend on that dark corner to, you know, as I've said in previous videos, that's really my message lately, is when you're spy hacking, you need to be mobile. It's a good go-to location, but you need to have paths, routes in and out of that area, as the mercs come in and begin to swarm you, you know. And I got a little bit of luck here, you know. This was really lucky, especially since the disruptor suit got cranked on there and canceled out my cloak, and I'm forced to retreat back to my little hidey hole in this little dark corner. And, you know, it's coming down the final stretch of this hack, 95%. I don't want to take any chances. I'm taking the high ground. I'm disappearing, but I will take your neck in the process, sir. Now that the hack is done. Beautiful. Nemo there, Russia. I can only guess that's what that stands for. He was a difficult guy to take down, you know, during this session. Probably some lag, you know, if he really is playing in Russia. I'm sure lag is a factor here. So, but a solid player nonetheless. You know, I don't want to take anything away from him. It's just when I'm playing in Canada against guys in Russia, there's obviously going to be some laggy issues. Now, there he is, wandered on by. I get a couple of shots in his ass, just you know, just to say hello, and then I move on my way, making him think twice about clearing out of the area as I push forward to a new terminal. And well, where am I heading? Where am I heading here? I'm not even sure. You know, I see a little bit of activity playing out down below me. I start tracking Dino here, and I decide, you know what, I'll commit to this, try and get in on B. But then I see that he's got a secondary merc backing him up, and Dino was pretty aware. You know, he was turning around, keeping an eye on that balcony as soon as he entered the area. So, you know, one of my teammates gets that hack going on C, as you can see right there, you know. And I'm kind of stuck in this sector now, you know. I'm forcing to work the perimeter to try and I'll have to try and work my way out of this area, and unfortunately the hack got stopped short before I could do that. So it worked out, you know. I'm in the far reaches of this room now, the bowels of this sector, and it gives me a good line on the terminal when it finally becomes available again. And that's precisely what I do. Make a bit of a beeline here for the terminal, and I got those goggles on just in time, let me tell you. And down we go. I don't even get the hack initiated. Goddamn, I was chased out of the area with my tail between my legs. But I will be back, gentlemen. I will be back to strike, get some revenge. I'm just gonna hang around here for a second and see how things play out up there. You can see the mercs are doing a fantastic job, you know, eradicating the spy infestation in this sector. You know, taking out my teammates up there on the balcony. And finally, you know, I just, you know, inching my way up here, you know, waiting for my moment. As I said, I'm going to come back and strike. It's only a matter of time. And you can see they're turned around. I don't know, maybe somebody had motion tracking, was aware of my presence back here on this end of the room. And there's Gun Nut, you know, there's the nut in there. And I start pelting him full, you know, he just slowed down just enough that I was able to fill him full of lead and put him down. Now, it's not to say, I mean, we do have a, you know, my anti-hero over there, my teammate, he's posted up on the balcony, and we're going to tag team Dino Dog here, you know, get a little pistol fire coming from both ends. We got him smoking from both ends there, people, and put him down pretty quickly, you know. So when two spies team up on a merc like that and are bringing fire in from multiple directions, you know, you're going to put him down pretty quickly. And so strengthen numbers, guys, strengthen numbers. And I get that hack going, you know, after cleaning out the mercs with a little help from my friends. We get this hack going, and I go back to my little I don't know, my little hanging around location. And here we go with the gun nut, old Doug here. You know, he's notorious for doing that. He'll have a grenade out just randomly. It always seems like he's pulling out a grenade just as I'm about to jump on him, you know, or dropping a mine, you know. And he's so notorious for getting that, just reaching beyond the grave and saying, "No, sir, I'm taking you with me." And there goes again, you know, putting me down with a grenade after the fact. Unfortunately. Anyway, the C-hack gets picked up here by Hedon, or Hedon, Hedonix, I guess. And there's the nut. And you know what? The great thing about playing with Gun Nut here, and he even said to me, you know, because we've seen some shaky footage from him here on the channel. I said to him, you know, because he's really been seems to be settling in nicely right here. Some great fire into him. It sends him running for the hills. You know, that was beautiful. And I'm forced to retreat as well as Dino Dog gets a little fire back my way. But I said to him, I said, you really seem to be settling in a little bit more nicely now. You know, he seems a little bit more comfortable. He's, you know, the last couple sessions I played with him, much stronger performances. And he says to me, he says, you know what, playing with you makes my game better. And the inverse is true, because I know he watches the videos, you know, so I can't go to the kind of my go-to strategies. I'm forced to mix things up, making my game better as well, you know. So that's always good, you know, because you all remember, for anybody that follows this series or this multiplayer action for the SvM, you know I love that piece of real estate on that C hallway, you know, and I can't post up there anymore because whenever I'm playing with Gun Nut anyway, because he's very particular about checking that location. I mean, look at this crap. 2 mines down here, probably nut mines, you know, they're probably the Gun Nuts mines. Could be wrong. At least I would imagine at least one of them was a Gun Nut mine. But anyway, so my usual locations, I'm forced to improvise. I'm forced to mix things up, which makes my game stronger. And when stuff works, you know, you eventually get a good sense of what's working and what isn't. And here we go up against old Nemo here, Leggy Nemo. Put him down to 2 bars. He's forced to retreat. He brings out the drone. You saw him dropping a knee there. I get detected. I drop the EMP grenade, and I hightail it for the C sector. You know, it's time to get right out of there, and I'll see what's going on. And this is actually Gun Nut, you know, Mr. Disruptor. You see the antenna on his back, and he's typing something in. I'm in dire need of a death, he says. You know what? I think he's stuck on the he's stuck on the stairs. I've had this happen to me when I went for a takedown on a stairwell, and I kind of got stuck. You know, it's like you get your jacket stuck on the railing or something. You know, you get a foot stuck in the wall or something. But I think that's probably what had happened there. And he called for the death, and well, I'll oblige you, sir. I will oblige you, and I'll pick up the hack as a little bit of a reward. Now right here we go. We're going dark. Bringing on the ghillie suit, clicking it on, and a beautiful little head bash off the wall there. Those are the kind of the benefit of grabbing somebody when you're actually on the cover. You know, you grab them right at the corner like that. You get a different little animation. You know, you put the environment to use. Anyway, I catch Gun Nut on his triumphant return to the C sector and post up in this little location. you know, and I'm surprised that the nut wasn't really aware of it. I figured he may be aware. You know, I have been here once before in a previous video, and I did discuss it as being a pretty strong location if it's played right. And in fact, with Bloodraven posted up in that location, if we can get a strong presence in that hallway, I'm beautiful to just kind of sit here and chill, you know. Unfortunately, they start swarming in. I see way too many mercs coming down here. Bloodraven unable to put up a solid defense against their assault, and I'm forced to kind of retreat, you know. Well, not really retreat, but I gain the high ground. I don't keep myself so exposed there, you know, and and I'm just hanging around one more time, waiting for the merc presence to pass me by, and I'm gonna scoot right back into that corner, you know, right next to that little terminal. And there we go, 84%. It's looking good for a successful hack, although the time is clicking down pretty quickly. And I catch the nut one more time, just running a patrol through the area. You know, perhaps he was coming in here to check it out. Maybe he was just cutting through to get to the stairwell. I'm not up to the second level. I'm not really sure, but a successful hack pulled in on the seaside as well. And I'm doing this big long rundown on who is this David. You know, David, another disruptor coming in the area, really looking to spoil my fun with the with the spy outfit I'm wearing. But we make one last, you know, long haul down this hallway to try and get to the B terminal, but it's too little, too late, and time ticks down. Now with 2 terminals in, you know, you'd think that's pretty solid. You know, that's pretty solid going in the midway point of the game. We have a bit of a buffer here, a bit of a lead, but unfortunately, well, things don't really go according to plan here down this final stretch. You know, but beautiful numbers there. 2 hacks for me, a 10 and a 1. You know, that's spectacular. I think that's what it said. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what it said. And those are just spectacular numbers on the spy side of things. Anyway, here's the new kit that I threw together. This is it's still my disruptor. You know, you can see some new gear already. This big-ass biggin. This big-ass big gun here. And look at that, beautiful. I get my my Intel device down, but Hedonix there going straight to his drone, and I even have to, you know, draw attention to it. Damn, he pulled a triple in up there at that vent. You know, too many spies charging in there, looking to get into the B terminal, and probably got hung up at that bottleneck of a vent, and you know what? The drone coming in, well, just wreaked some havoc up there, you know. Anyway, left a puddle up there of 3 spies full. Yes. Anyway, so I'm posted up here, kind of watching the alley leading into the C terminal. Now let's do this kit rundown while I have the opportunity here, because the action's a little bit light. So the gun you're looking at, it's an LMG. It's the U100. I still have it's still the disruptor suit. It's still the motion tracking vision. I still have the armored noodle. I do like having that with, you know, previously I was carrying the AK with this loadout. Okay, so the armored helmet is the same. I'm still wearing my running shoes for a little boost of speed, but the rest of the gear has been swapped out. You know, because this gun is so big, I thought, you know, it may be good to get rid of the faster reload gloves, and we'll go for a faster weapon swap. You know, faster weapon swap gloves, so I can get to that pistola real quickly if need be, if I need a little bit more agility or maneuverability, you know, whatever the case may be. I was just thinking ahead, and that may be a factor, you know. So I threw on the faster weapon swap gloves, and I've also gotten rid of my spandex pants. I threw on the extra gadget, my pocket pants. I got my pocket pants in here now, and with my fanny belt. I got a fanny belt as well on this on these pants. Anyway, or a fanny pack. My gadgets are, and I think this is the first time we're seeing it on the channel, it's the Intel device, you know, so I'm trying to put that to work, trying to figure out some good locations to drop these things. It's good with the disruptor, because when there's a hack initiated, I've seen guys do this. They walk into a room, they find, you know, maybe a dark corner of the room, and they'll drop that, or high traffic lane in the room, and they'll drop their Intel device, crank on the disruptor suit, and then the Intel device can't be destroyed by an EMP grenade or anything, you know. So that's one way to use it, you know. I'm trying to post it up at kind of the entrances to rooms, just to try and get a bead on guys, on spies when they're entering the area. But anyway, we don't manage to stop this short, and there's the gun nut dropping in, saying hello there to who was it, Bloodraven. You know, knocking him down, cracking his skull. And actually, the nut, he seems to prefer that. He really likes that location. He's put me down a couple times there in the past few sessions that we've played. Anyway, I'm in here hunting down this spy. We've got a drone circle in the area. I got my disruptor suit going. I'm getting shot from this upper balcony. I'm not impressed, you know. Time is ticking down. And I should mention the last gadget that I have are the VX gas grenades. So intel device and the VX gas grenades. That's what I'm rolling with, and there we go. So I'm making a little hunt on this, looking for this hacker. 84%. Things aren't looking well here, you know. And I start getting smoked out by that same guy that was putting fire my way from up there on the balcony. And I haven't really done a great sweep of this room. There are a few likely locations that I didn't check, and I'm heading for one right now, and I look at it and turn around, and amazingly, I mean, I could have come out the hero there, saved it at the last second, saved that hack from coming in at the very last second. Instead, I look like the fool, you know, staring right at the guy, cloaked in the corner, and crouched, cloaked, and posted up in the corner, and he gets me, you know, Nemo. God damn it, Nemo. It was really getting on my nerves this session, you know. But anyway, so while we let one slip, let one slip through our fingertips. The spies are getting the better of us. I mean, we still have 6 minutes to go, and we've only got that one. Now we're just down to that one, you know, that one full terminal of a buffer, and things aren't looking good. So I get this this motion tracker, or sorry, the intel device down at kind of the entrance, the main entrance to the C section, and I drop it just a little bit too soon. I really probably could have used it. You know, it could have been a great tool in here in this room, hunting down this hack. Or this hacker, and unfortunately I don't have any success tracking this guy down. You can see coming around the corner. You should be doing that for likely post-up locations as you're coming around the corner. Don't matter how big the gun is, get that melee bash in there just as you're around the corner, you know, because you know if he's posted up there, he's probably tracking it through the wall, and if he's tracking it, he's going to be looking to do that to you. So you got to be right on the trigger there, you know. And be aware, I mean, smart spies will even step out around the corner. Honestly, and quite often, it's whoever goes around the corner first. So long as it's all timed out properly, it's whoever's the more aggressive between the two, you know, the two that are going to be button heads between that spy and that merc. Whoever's the most aggressive at the corner is the one who's going to come out on top. You know, who's going to get that that takedown. He's going to get that takedown issued first, you know. And beautiful play there by Dino Dog. He's got some moves on him. Look at that little wall run straight into a death from above, or just like I don't even know what to call that. It was just beautiful, you know. I wasn't too pleased. You know, whenever I fall in these battles, I'm always worried, you know. That hacker's going to come through, you know. He's going to come through in the clutch here. And there it is, 78%. I mean, I'm just coming back to life now. I really have to hustle, really have to rush, and it's just, I don't think it's going to happen, you know. And there we go. And of course, I'm dealing with more at the doorway, just trying to get into this room. And there's a lot of locations I haven't done a good sweep of. And I mean, I've checked some good likely ones, just putting some blind fire up on pipes. There goes a VX gas grenade, just trying to flush anything out that's down there. And whoever it was pulled it in, and there we go. We're all tied up, and still with 4 minutes left, we have to guard this terminal with our lives. And unfortunately, it looks like I'm the only one that's really prioritizing this really quickly. Look at what's the team doing? Where the hell are they? And oh, there's one guy in here with me. And as I'm trying to shoot down the gun nut, look at this. I get flanked by who is it? But David, who's actually everybody's been really putting me down pretty nicely. Everybody's gotten a good kill on me this game here. As I'm sitting, you know, I've really been shut down despite a great spy run. Really been shut down on this merc side of things, and it's usually the inverse is true, you know. But anyway, so there we go. When I fall in a sector like this, and when the team really didn't have much of a presence there, all they have to do is touch that terminal, and we lose. We're done. You know, you could have wrapped the match right there as soon as it happens, and it's going to happen here in a second. It's almost like they're toying with us. They give us one last final shred of hope, and then there it is, you know. And they start up the hack, and there's the gun nut diving in for another death from above. No, sir, I wasn't going to fall for that. You know, Operation Cardboard Cop. I threw out my teammate, let him, you know, like dangling a little bait in front of your face. Anyway, there we go, getting Dino Dog, and you know what? With the match lost, and I'm well aware of it now that we don't stand a chance of winning. It's unfortunate, but this was a good round. It was fun to watch. It's you know what? Sometimes it just goes that way. You know, despite your best efforts, the other team just gets the better of you. And I go on a bit of a rampage here. You know, I get my Mad Dog Froth going, and just start sending bodies to the next level. You know, the bodies, they start hitting the floor, and there we go. I basically ran that room, cleared out any enemy opposition that was in the area, and there we go. And settle in nicely right here. Post up at this main door where I put my motion tracking to use. I can shut down their you know, shut down their vision modes right here with my disruptor suit. I get the intel device down, and it's good. With me posted up here, the team gets a good kind of early warning in, you know, for enemies that are entering the area, right? So long as my intel device will stay active, which I don't think it is. Oh yeah, it is down there. You know, I remember the overcharge suit coming in. I wasn't sure if they actually took it down or not. Anyway, there's Nemo looking to sneak in. You know what? I'm gonna put him down. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. He's won the game. He knows it. He knows it. And I'm just stuck here for a minute and a half. And they're gonna feel my wrath. They're gonna feel my pain. That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna feel the pain of why it hurts. Yes. And I get my revenge here coming down this final stretch. It's unfortunate. God damn, it was a good game up until the merc round started for me. Anyway, looking for a strong finish here, and I should talk about this gun here because I really did enjoy it. Here's the nut trying to sneak in. Not gonna work, sir. Not gonna work. Not with the state of mind that I've adopted here at the end of this round. But this gun, you know, it's a little clunky. You know, I remember trying it maybe a couple months ago. You know, when I first started playing this, I tried one of the bigger guns. There's another LMG. I'll get it up here eventually, but it felt a little too clunky. You know, a little too heavy. Maybe I just didn't have my merc set up right. Maybe I was just, I don't know. I don't even know, but it feels really nice now. It feels like it works nicely. It's accurate. It doesn't have a big spray on it, you know. It's certainly effective, and a few reloads. You know, you're not going to be stuck in a reload at an inopportune moment when you're getting swarmed by a couple of spies. That's the great benefit of that LMG. It's got some stuff power. There we go. Now choking myself down here with the VX gas. And I'm forced to kind of post up at a new location. This works. 17 seconds left. The team completely oblivious by the looks of things. One guy had his back. One guy had his back to the doorway. Come on, man. Come on, man. Wake up over there. I blame him now. I blame him. He's the reason. He's the reason we lost this game. And a Dino Dog actually wreaking some havoc in the room currently. Maybe that's why his back was turned, but we'll never know. We'll never know. And there it is. 200% to 243%. Well, we got shut down, but at least I had a strong finish, you know, despite the loss. And there it is, you know. So let's take a look at those names and numbers. Myself, 2 hacks, 2 defense. Big performer on the team, 24 and 5, you know. And really wasn't working with. Well, Blood Raven was pretty solid. I have to give him credit. He was posting up in smart locations when I had hacks running. You know, we just couldn't pull our shit together on the merc side of things. 11 and 13 for him. My anti-hero, you know, well, we had that one moment. We shared that one laugh together when we who was it that we pinned? We got smoking from both ends there. I think it may have been the Dino Dog, but I'm not sure. And Nadro there, he came in late, replacing that Heat on X guy. So I don't even know that guy who had the kind of the triple drone kill to start off the merc round. And I would imagine he probably left right around the time he realized that we weren't going to win the game. You know, which is unfortunate. You know, if you're just going to leave as soon as you don't stand a chance of winning anymore, what's the point of playing the game? You know, how are you ever going to get better? Anyway, Dino Dog down on the bottom level, a 15 and 10 for him. Pretty solid performance. Nemo there, 12 and 13, 2 hacks. You know, the big hacker in the area on the well, at least for the enemy team. Gun Nut there with 2 defense, 12 and 18. A little shaky there still, but well, he certainly carried his weight and played his part in getting the job done. You know, they got the better of us. And David there with a 4 and 10, not great. But well, like I said, like I've been saying, they got the job done. They got the better of us, and it happens. But I thought it was a good round. I hope you all agree. I hope you all enjoyed it, and maybe you'll leave me a like or a comment. Let me know what you thought about the gameplay, and maybe subscribe to the channel if you're new around here and you haven't already. Until next time, and hopefully I'll see you in the next SvM Blacklist video that I get up here on the channel. But until then, remember why it hurts, people. Remember it. Later.